If you're a man over 60, here's something you likely haven't been told. More than 56% of men your age experience some level of erectile dysfunction, and yet most believe it's just a natural part of getting older. But what if the real issue isn't age? It's what's missing from your plate. Specifically, the fruits your body needs but rarely receives. You see, certain natural foods, fruits you walk past every week at the grocery store, can gently restore energy, improve circulation, support hormonal balance, and reignite desire from the inside out. No prescriptions, no embarrassment, just fuel your body recognizes. As a doctor with over 30 years of experience helping men reclaim their vitality, I can tell you you're not broken, you're undernourished. And today, we'll uncover 4 simple fruits that could quietly transform how you feel, move, and connect. What you're about to learn might just rewrite what aging means for you. Most guys think that deterioration is unavoidable. What if I told you that there is a red fruit that softly restores testosterone, a green fruit that fills your arteries with fresh blood, and a pleasant yellow fruit that gives you energy from the cellular level up? It's not a theory. This is clinically proven nutritional therapy that has been validated by anecdotal evidence, and I'll show you precisely how to use these 4 easy fruits to change your intimate, emotional, and physical feelings now. Stay with me. What you're about to discover could potentially alter your aging process. Before we get started, in order to ensure that you don't miss any more health advice tailored to your needs, please be sure you subscribe and turn on the bell if you care about maintaining your strength, energy, and confidence after the age of 60. Now let's start with the first fruit, which may surprise you. 1. Watermelon. I still remember the day I met Raymond. He was 67, retired, and sat across from me with a quiet frustration that many men his age carry. "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore," he said, avoiding eye contact. "It's not just the energy, it's intimacy. It's like the light's gone out." Raymond wasn't alone. Thousands of men over 60 experienced the same silent struggle, a fading drive, a weakened response, and a deep sense that something essential has slipped away. Many blame aging. Some turn to pills. But few realize that the answer may already be in their refrigerator. That answer is watermelon. Yes, watermelon. Often seen as just a summer treat, watermelon contains a powerful compound called L-citrulline, an amino acid that supports the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and dilates blood vessels. In simpler terms, it improves blood flow naturally, gently, and effectively. What most men don't realize is that erection strength is all about circulation, not just hormones. Without good blood flow, nothing else works. Studies have shown that L-citrulline supplementation can improve erectile function in men with mild dysfunction, and watermelon happens to be one of the richest natural sources. Raymond took my advice. He began eating a generous bowl of watermelon each morning. Not just the red flesh, but even a bit of the white part near the rind, where citrulline is most concentrated. 2 weeks later, he returned with a smile I hadn't seen before. "It's subtle," he said, "but I feel more alive. And my wife noticed too." There was no miracle drug, just natural fuel that reignited something primal. For men over 60, the path to renewed vitality isn't always found in a pharmacy. Sometimes it's found in nature, hidden in a fruit as familiar and underestimated as watermelon. And when the blood flows freely, so does confidence, connection, and the sense of being fully alive again. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. 2. Pomegranates. I'll never forget the look on Peter's face when I handed him a simple glass of ruby red pomegranate juice. His eyes were tired, his posture slightly slumped, but behind the fatigue was something even heavier: disappointment. At 72, Peter sat in my office and quietly confessed what many men his age feel but rarely say aloud. "Doc, I'm just not the man I used to be." He wasn't talking about his job, his memory, or his physical strength. He was talking about intimacy, something that had faded into the background of his life. He no longer felt the spark, the desire, or the confidence he once carried so naturally. And the most striking part? Peter thought it was simply aging. I see it too often, men assuming they're broken, when in truth, their bodies are just asking for help. Peter didn't have a testosterone problem. He didn't need a prescription. What he needed was blood flow, the one thing that silently governs everything from energy to intimacy. And hidden among the apples and oranges in the produce aisle was a quiet hero, the pomegranate. Modern science now confirms what ancient cultures knew all along. Pomegranates are more than symbolic. They're biological support systems for aging men. Rich in polyphenols, this fruit fuels your blood vessels like few others. These natural compounds enhance nitric oxide production, a molecule critical for relaxing and widening arteries, allowing blood to flow freely, especially in the places older men need it most. And it works fast. One clinical study showed that men who consumed 6 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily for just 2 weeks experienced measurable improvements in erection strength and endurance, without any pills, side effects, or expensive interventions. But that's only the beginning. Pomegranate also helps protect the prostate, reduces oxidative stress, and lowers inflammation. 3 slow-burning issues that quietly chip away at a man's vitality over time. For men who wake up during the night with discomfort or feel the creeping weight of an enlarging prostate, this fruit offers gentle but powerful relief. Peter took the advice seriously. No magic, no medications, just 6 ounces of fresh, unsweetened pomegranate juice each morning. 2 weeks later, he walked into my office with a different energy. His shoulders were squared, he laughed more, and with a twinkle in his eye, he joked that his wife had started looking at him a little differently again. It wasn't a miracle. It was biology reawakened. The truth is, pomegranates don't shout for attention. They don't come with glossy promises or dramatic branding, but they do something better. They work, quietly and effectively, where it matters most. Your circulation, your confidence, your strength. So before you reach for pills or resign yourself to decline, consider what nature already made for you. The pomegranate wasn't designed for decoration. It was built for endurance, for restoration, and yes, for passion. And this, my friend, is only the beginning. This concept is transformative, but it is inevitably only the beginning. 3. Avocado. I remember Harry clearly. He was 68, retired, in decent shape, eating well, and doing all the right things. But there was something about the way he leaned in that day in my office, his voice low, his eyes clouded with frustration. "Doc," he said, "I just don't feel like a man anymore." That quiet admission carried a weight I've seen too many times before. It wasn't about physical illness. It wasn't about depression exactly. It was something more subtle, the slow erosion of vitality that so many men over 60 begin to notice, but don't know how to talk about. He told me he felt slower, softer, less present. The spark he once had in life, in the bedroom, in himself, had faded. What Harry didn't know, and what so many men misunderstand, is this. It wasn't aging alone that was taking his edge. It was his hormones, specifically a quiet decline in testosterone. But testosterone isn't just a number on a lab sheet. It's a feeling. It's the grounded strength in your handshake, the confidence in your voice, the purpose behind your plans, and yes, the fire in your relationship. Most men think they need a prescription to get that back. But sometimes what they really need is something far simpler. Enter the avocado. That creamy green fruit you've seen 1,000 times at the grocery store, it may just be one of the most powerful allies in restoring masculine vitality. Naturally, avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind your body needs to produce testosterone properly. They also contain zinc and magnesium, 2 essential minerals for hormonal health, and most importantly, vitamin B6, which helps suppress cortisol, the stress hormone that silently crushes testosterone production over time. I told Harry to start simple, just half an avocado each morning. He could slice it on toast, mix it with eggs, or add it to a salad. Whatever felt easy and enjoyable. A week later, he came back with a different posture. His voice carried more weight, his mood had lifted, and with a sheepish grin, he told me something had shifted between him and his wife. That flicker he thought had died, it was back. You see, his body was never broken. It was just undernourished. and avocados gave it the signal it had been waiting for, fuel to reignite what age had dimmed. Avocados are modest. They don't come in shiny packages. They don't promise overnight miracles. But what they do offer is real biological support for your heart, your hormones, and your self-worth. Their potassium content helps regulate blood pressure, and their healthy fats stabilize energy levels throughout the day. Incorporating just one small habit, half an avocado a day, can begin shifting everything: your energy, your sleep, your metabolism, even your outlook on life. Because at the root of feeling like a man again isn't testosterone, it's alignment. When your hormones, blood flow, and energy come back into balance, so does your identity. And that, for Harry and for so many others, was the true transformation. 4. Banana. A few years ago, I worked with a man named Walter. He had always taken satisfaction in being active, was 73 years old, a proud father of 3, and a former school principal. He wasn't himself, though, when he entered my office. He spoke steadily, but his shoulders slumped. "I feel exhausted all the time, Doc," he added, "in my mind and spirit, as well as in my body. When I wake up, I'm exhausted." It wasn't sorrow, it was exhaustion. His advantage was gone. I had a simple inquiry for him. "When was the last time you left breakfast feeling very energized?" He gazed at me incredulously. "I usually skip mornings," he remarked. That was the clue right there. The body does not simply awaken on its own. Particularly after the age of 60, support is required. It requires fuel that can communicate with your brain, heart, and blood vessels. Herein lies the role of the humble banana. I consider it core, but most men overlook it as basic. Nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B, which are abundant in bananas, have several uses beyond preventing cramping. Behind the scenes, they relax your blood vessels, shield your arteries, and provide your body with the minerals it needs to produce energy at the cellular level. Within days of Walter starting his mornings with a banana, a glass of water, and a small amount of nut butter, he noticed a change. According to him, I felt more stable and less like I was crashing midway through the morning, in addition to having more energy. Bananas help your body's natural rhythm, which explains why. Tryptophan, which increases serotonin, helps reduce stress, helps control blood sugar, and powers your heart, muscles, and even your brain. Consistent energy flow also makes things feel simpler. It involves walking, thinking, being in the moment, and yes, acting. Additionally, bananas help maintain cardiovascular health, which is crucial for older men's performance. Weak circulation is a sign of poor function. Banana's main ingredient, potassium, also naturally protects the health of arteries. Blood can flow easily throughout the body, particularly to parts that might have been having difficulties recently, and blood pressure is kept under control. This fruit's simplicity is its charm. There is no recipe, no preparation, and no guessworks. Without the need for elaborate preparation, it produces results, travels well, and digests readily. I advise my patients to start with consistent habits if they desire constant energy, and eating one banana a day is among the finest. How something so commonplace can have such a profound impact is astounding. His wife called to thank me 2 weeks after Walter added a banana to his breakfast, but it was the only adjustment he made to his life, not only because of the banana, but also because it brought back the husband she hadn't seen in a long time. Energy is the cornerstone. Other things don't work without it. You start to feel your body reconnecting as you repair it, layer by layer. But what if you combine these 3 fruits, banana, avocado, and pomegranate, daily in a way that your body can relate to? Real transformation starts there. In the following part, I'll demonstrate how these fruits combine to restore performance, strength, and confidence that you may have previously believed were lost forever. When you start feeding your body as though it were rebuilding, instead of treating it as though it is damaged, something tremendous happens. I have often witnessed it with men in their 60, 70s, and older. They arrive exhausted, disoriented, and irritated. They are certain that they have stepped over an invisible boundary from which they cannot return. After that, something changes. One tiny alteration is all they begin with. Breakfast is excellent there, a fruit here. Abruptly, the flame they believed had vanished starts to rekindle. This is the reality that most people overlook. The distinction lies in more than just the individual fruits. It's what occurs when you combine them. Use them regularly, intentionally, and on a daily basis. Foods like bananas, avocados, and pomegranates might appear straightforward, but as the male body ages, each one closes a vital gap. By boosting circulation in your arteries, pomegranates protect your prostate and restore blood flow. Your hormones are nourished by avocado, which allows testosterone to naturally rise without stress or artificial assistance. The clean, consistent energy that bananas provide to your cells stabilizes your mood, sharpens your focus, and strengthens your heart in ways that no supplement could ever match. They work together to create a triangle of support: circulation, hormones, and energy. It was best expressed by Richard, 69, one of my long-term patients. I felt more than just better. I experienced a sense of return. My body seemed to recall its intended function. That's precisely what it is. Nothing alien is added by these fruits. They open a familiar door. Something that was always there but was taken away from you due to bad habits, processed foods, or a lack of awareness about what your body actually required. You don't require costly, miraculous treatments or sophisticated powders. You must use the building blocks that nature has already produced. Your body desires whole foods with certain nutrients more than ever after the age of 60. Combining these three fruits into a straightforward daily routine produces a calm storm of healing: better digestion, more stable testosterone, stronger circulation, better sleep, and yes, a genuine resurgence of confidence in the bedroom. It's not about getting back to being a younger man. Being the best version of yourself at this moment is the goal, because age has nothing to do with strength. Alignment is key. Your body will know what to do when your blood, hormones, and energy levels return to equilibrium. For you, it begins to appear once more. You have a mission when you wake up. You have more self-confidence. Your life, your passions, and your partner all seem more important to you. It's the same procedure I've led countless men through. Food is medicine. No pressure, no tricks. But never ceases to astound me is the speed with which the body reacts when you give it what it has been subtly requesting. But this is possibly the most potent aspect of all. You are never too late. Regardless of your age, 60, 70, or even 5, you can start undoing the harm by starting to nourish your body properly. And it all begins with something as simple yet potent as a slice of fruit. If you've read this far, you're not merely interested. You are dedicated. In the last segment of this video, I will provide you with a straightforward strategy to implement all of the topics we have discussed, beginning tomorrow morning. I promise you won't want to miss it. Regaining vitality, strength, and energy after 60, if there's one thing I've learned in my more than 30 years as a men's health physician, it's this: men are not broken by age, it is giving up. Too many decent men fall for the myth that your finest years are over once you get to a certain age. They seem to accept the weariness, the weaker mornings, the slower thoughts, and the loss of desire as normal. But if we only offer the body the necessary support, I've repeatedly observed that it is always ready to respond and mend. The fruit of circulation, the pomegranate, was our first choice because everything else is useless without blood flow. How much desire you have is irrelevant. Performance is negatively impacted by stiff arteries and weak vessels. However, with daily pomegranate, those passageways open up again, and men frequently tell me that they sense a resurgence of vitality that they had previously believed had vanished forever. Then came the silent powerhouse, avocado. Behind the scenes, it supports testosterone, lowers stress, and restores the kind of steady, grounded strength that helps you feel like yourself again. It doesn't shout for attention. For many men, the return of hormonal equilibrium and that inward change mark the start of everything else coming back into alignment. A banana comes next. Sweet, well-known, and frequently disregarded. It provides nourishment for the brain, muscles, and heart. It provides men with a sustained, clean energy that keeps them going throughout the day, both mentally and physically, because you are more present for your relationships, your career, and yourself when your energy is high. These three fruits, when combined, provide a foundation that I think all men over 60 should have. You do not have to pursue youth. You must get your vitality back. And that starts with how you take care of yourself. Not just by eating, but also by believing. You have to have faith that you can still strengthen yourself, connect with others, and change things. Hundreds of guys in their 60s and 80s have walked this path with me. Additionally, I have personally witnessed the results of their tiny, everyday efforts. Their spirit, as well as their vitality, comes back. They shift their stance, they raise their voices, their spouses take note, they regain their self-assurance. It's due to a straightforward reality, not a miracle. Your body is trying to help you. It only requires your assistance. I hope you will take this message seriously if it resonates with you. No, not anytime soon, but now. Eat the things that will give you strength. Select the routines that give you more energy. Decide to live your life as the guy you are, because there is more to your tale than this. This is merely a fresh chapter, and from here, you have the last say in how it is written. Please think about making a small donation if this video was helpful to you, and you support frank, life-changing health advice tailored to men like you. It helps us maintain the independence, ad-free status, and complete concentration on providing you with the information you deserve on this channel. A difference is made with every dollar. Just below is the donation link. We appreciate your involvement in our project.